one of the more humorous sections of the book, Jesus Land. Can you talk about how seculosity pertains to this topic?
Sure. Jesus Land is my kind of slightly tongue-in-cheek way of referring to what I would call the bastardized form of Christianity that dominates a lot of our current cultural climate.
And you've been exploring this for a long time.
I have, and I think that you could say it refers to simply any kind of Christian context that resembles seculosity more than the sort of real thing, more than the authentic Christian gospel. And what I mean by that is whenever church itself becomes another venue in which to assert your enoughness, your righteousness, rather than the only reliable place to receive it, then you are in seculosity territory, and you are in situations where churches become, again, competitive, and everyone thinks that person over there has got it more together than me, or you police one another. And I'm committed to a version of church that really says that we come there to receive, to a hospital, that we come there to hear afresh, that we are to confess afresh and then to be forgiven afresh, because it's such a counterintuitive message and so runs so counter to everything we hear, not only in the seculosity of the world, but in our own hearts. And so I think the seculosity of Jesus Land, a lot of times it falls under you can hear it about when Christianity becomes another form of self-improvement or another spiritual product in the marketplace of ways that you can produce such and such a result in your life. Well, your diet's not working. Well, have you tried the Jesus pill? And it's not to say that Christians don't experience genuine growth and victory in certain ways. I've just known too many for it not to be true, but that's not the foundation of our faith. Our foundation of our faith is really what Christ has done for us, not what we do for him.
So Jesus Land happens, the seculosity of Jesus Land happens, the secularizing of our faith happens when we basically could replace the name Jesus with any product or any sports team or any celebrity or anything else in the culture. We could just substitute that name, and it would be a typical ad we would see somewhere. That's what's happening when we're secularizing.
Yes, and I think it happens unconsciously a lot of times, Mike. I don't think it's necessarily the result of people setting out to do this, but I think it can happen very quickly, especially when the water you're swimming in is this religion of law known as seculosity. Because basically what we've described in all of these episodes, or when in the book, is I describe a number of these replacement religions. They all function the same way. They say, if you eat well enough, parent well enough, vote well enough, work hard enough, you will be enough. If then. And Christianity, is a religion of law and grace. So there is a right and wrong. There is God does have a plan, but the final word is the gospel.
God justifies the wicked.
God justifies those who have not done well enough,
Mm-hmm.
who are not enough. And the word to you is that, yes, in fact, God is enough. Mm-hmm. Christ is enough. His blood is enough mm-hmm. to get a little more visceral. And that's, I think, all of a sudden, it's not one product among many. There's only all of these, and then there's one. And I sort of, sometimes you wish, I wish there were other religions of grace. But unfortunately, this is the only one I know of. And I talk in the book about there's some approximations out there, but the proclamation and in history that this actually happened, it's not a sort of you're not thinking your way into it, is good news because it's outside of you. And so it comes to you in various ways, but that's not another thing you're responsible for getting right.